What is up, guys? This is Muddvain bringing you another video. This one is going to be about Ghost Recon Wildlands Ghost Wars PvP 4v4, guys. Straight into this, alright? I don't want to take too much of your time. First, we're going to talk about the weapons. A lot of the weapons are underpowered in my opinion. The best case weapon is the MSR for the scout and the ACR assault rifle for the point man. And as far as I am aware, even when we level up past the level 11 that we were capped at during this beta, the point man, I believe, is the only one that can get the higher powered assault rifle, the ACR. Now, there is several different classifications within the class, I noticed. I'm not going to go over each one of those, as it would take way too long, and we didn't get to play with most of them anyways. There is the point man and the tank, which both have a little extra armor, a little extra health. Each class has its own perks, obviously, and you'll get into that, and I'm sure there'll be more perks as we go along and as we level up. But as a whole, I'd like to say that I feel like the classes are fairly balanced. But, however, in saying that, I feel like if a point man pushes you at close range, most of the other classes don't have a chance. It's inevitable that they're going to lose, especially a sniper, a scout, a marksman class that's stuck with a big old 50 cal or whatever you want to call it, an MSR or a G28, whichever, doesn't matter. They don't have the ability for close range. They're not allowing you to hip fire. You can't like aim down sight, you know, from your hip or anything. So there's no quick scope stuff. You have to go into scope mode to shoot, or shoot without even lining up your target, obviously. I believe that's a huge no-no in any game. Anybody with a rifle or anything is going to at least be able to throw it up to their shoulder real quick without staring through a scope and pop a few rounds off at a closer target range. And I mean, everybody knows the 50 cal's damage, armor piercing abilities. You're not walking away from that at a short range, especially. So, anyways, moving on, we're going to get into the support class. And that is has like the scout, where you have the eye in the sky type thing. You know, you've got usually submachine guns of some sort. I think the MP7 was one of the main ones that they had. I never used that class. When we ran as a team, I ran my point man class with my ACR, my beloved ACR. So I unfortunately don't have a lot of experience with the other weapons. I did run the tank a few times. Weapons aren't quite balanced yet, and I feel like maybe there could be a few things done about that. Anyways, let's move on. That covers the weapons and classes. The 4v4 mode. This is the only mode as of yet. We have not been told about any other modes specifically. I have heard that it has been confirmed that there will be other modes at some point. However, nothing that I am aware of has been released about them. The current mode is basically a team deathmatch siege mode, where you die, you go down, you can get revived by your teammates, so the other team has to kind of keep an eye on where the bodies went down at, and you know, make your marks, call outs. One thing I will say is, for you solo guys out there, this is going to be a very difficult game to solo on. A team of 4 is the best way to play this game, period. A team of 4. Team of 3, you can do it. It's still easier than going solo or just a 2-man, but it is more difficult. Those call-outs mean everything. Using the little markers means everything in this game. Time to kill. I feel like the tank may take a few extra bullets than he should. But I get the idea, the theory behind it. His weapons aren't that accurate, they're not that powerful, so for him to be able to move up quickly and push in and have overwatch of a scout sniper makes perfect sense. I don't know if there's maybe something that needs to be done or not. Maybe something that everybody else can chime into in the comment section below. Let's see, the map sizes. I feel like some of the maps are a little big for just a 4v4. Now, maybe that's why they plan, possibly, down the road, maybe, if we're lucky, a 6v6 or an 8v8, and I like the bigger numbers of players being allowed to play because some of those maps were a little too large for just a simple 4v4. Guys, the game itself is super fun. The mode was a lot better than I expected it to be, especially with a team of 4. Like I said, you solo guys, you may not care about this type of game play quite as much because there is a little more tactical to it. A little note to everybody out there, kind of like in Future Soldier, the noob tube was the big OP thing that, you know, everybody cheesed it and even the drone, the assault drone. Well, guess what? There's no tubes that I know of yet. Not yet. There may be later as we level up. Who knows? But immediately the scouts, I believe, are able to run a demolition type guy, and he has a demolition drone, which is mortars, and it's a mortar drone, and it allows you to drop mortars from the sky. Now, I have no problem with that, especially if you have a bugged-in sniper and you're not able to move, so it kind of gives your guys a chance to, you know, get him distracted long enough for you to bug out and get to a better vantage point. I understand that, and same thing with the noob tubes. I'm okay with those as long as they're used properly and there's a way to balance them in a video game. This isn't reality. We're not playing reality here. If we're going off of reality, yeah, that's the first thing people are going to do. If you're bedded down, they're going to tube you. But it's a video game. We're trying to have competitive matches and, you know, move around the map and do things tactically and strategically, not just bombard people with a mortar just because it's in the game. So those guys that are cheesing it out there, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't make you good at the game. And most of the time, those people that got cheesed like that, they get revived and then your team ends up losing. We didn't lose very many times to somebody that was mortaring the crap out of us. We usually, I think, once we got our group of 4, I bet we didn't lose more than 4 or 5 games. 4 or 5 matches. Anyways, guys, I'm going to let this gameplay finish out if there is any left to go. And I will see you guys in the next one. Please like and subscribe. Appreciate it. Bye.